Hello! Hi Blanket, how are you? Congrats on first. Oh my goodness, I'm actually live today. I'm getting back into the swing of things. I'm actually streaming semi-regularly. I think Art Fight's definitely helping with that. Um, yeah, how are you? How was your weekend? It was your birthday weekend. How was your birthday weekend? Right. Wait, am I misremembering? What day is it? Yeah, wait, it was your birthday weekend. Yeah. I lost track of the days for a second. I was like, wait, how many days has it been? Yeah. Let me put on some music. Let me know if the volume's okay. Yeah, I'm good. Weekend was presents and dinner yesterday. Ooh, nice. What was for dinner? How was dinner? Did you eat anything very, very yummy? Yeah, I added some stuff to my channel, so I'm not sure if it works, but I've added some sound alerts. It's just some like generic ones just to test it out. And then I also added some music stuff, but I'm not sure if it worked because I was having trouble testing it. So I'm just gonna hope it does. I'm actually gonna try to redeem this and see if this skips the song. It worked. Oh my gosh, it worked. Bless. I wasn't able to test it because it did the whole like, oh, it only works when you're live, and usually I have no problem with that. Like, I turned on like the testing mode and everything, but it just wasn't working, so I'm glad that works. Dinner was my favorite winter meal, but we didn't have it this winter. Stew, beef, and rice with dinner rolls. Ooh, that sounds really yummy. Well, I'm glad you had a good dinner. What was your favorite birthday gift? Get anything cool? Yeah, I have been trying my best to do some art fight off stream, mostly like revenge art. So I started this one I had posted beforehand. This was revenge for an attack. This was revenge for an attack. This was the one that I was working on stream previously. I know I said I would finish it on stream, but I felt like I was taking way too long on it and I felt really bad, so I finished it last night or 2 nights ago, something like that. And then I posted it, I think yesterday. This one is a work in progress, also a revenge piece, and this is the one that I want to work on today for Miss Twirly. Yeah, but if you guys were here last time, you may remember that I think it was Cats at Play 123, as well as a few other people, were saying I should add Bubble Cat as a character to my art fight. So I added Bubble Cat, and I added my little axolotl guy, which I decided to call Axadoodle because I thought that was a cute name. And they were like, oh, trust, like people will attack it for sure. And I was like, yeah, maybe like 1 or 2. Like, I was like, at least 1 person will probably attack it. Tell me why I've gotten 25 attacks. A lot of like mass attacks too, but I got 25 attacks on these characters this weekend. Or like, I guess I should say since I streamed last, which I think was Wednesday. So since Wednesday, I've gotten way more attacks than ever because like the first time I participated in an art fight, I did 10 attacks and I got 5 attacks. And I was like, wow, that's 5 more than I thought I would get, because I thought I would just draw other people and that would be that. Last year I didn't get any attacks because I didn't really actively participate. And then I got 25 this week. That's crazy. So I put a bunch of them at the bottom of the screen over there because I was like, I think I have enough art now where I can like actually showcase it. I don't know if I should make that bigger actually. Where is it? Where's the... Let's see, maybe I'll make it a little bigger because I think this is really cool that so many people made art of... See, I'm like, how big should I make it? Because I don't want to cover my screen too much with like what I'm doing, but like I also really want to show this off and make sure like everyone's handles are pretty visible. Look at this one. Someone crocheted my thing, and that was like literally that morning, the next morning after I uploaded the characters, they had time to crochet freaking Axadoodle. I'm like, how did you have time for that? Anyways, I was really excited to see all that, and I also included some attacks from 2024. So some of these ones are from earlier on, but I think they were really cool, and I was like, I can't not share them. Anyways, let's see. My parents got me a new PS5 controller, Ghosts of Yote, 5 volumes of manga, and 1 light novel. Ooh, nice. 2 mangas and the single light novel are pre-orders. Nice, nice, nice. Very cool. That's exciting. You should add the art pieces to the BRB or even the start. I should, yeah. I think I will. I think I might wait till the end of art fight in case I do get like other stuff, and then that way I'll just like have 1 day to like go through and just put them all on there. Because yeah, I also included some like mass attacks, which basically means they included my character as well as like a whole bunch of other characters. But I hesitate to do that because I don't want to do it without like crediting all the characters on there, but that would be a lot of credits. And so I'm kind of hesitating. I think I need to sort through it, and then I'll find a way to like fit it all onto 1 screen, because I think this is worth sharing. I just think it's so cool. I'm like, wow, people liked the character, and it's like Bubble Cat especially is such a simple character, so it's easy to attack. So I think that's super duper cool. I think that would be easier to showcase. Yeah, probably just having it all over the screen. I think that's a good idea. But yeah, eventually, I think, like I said, at the end of art fight, I'll be able to like really get a feel for how many I have to like kind of put places. because I think it'll be easier to like compile it on some other software and then upload it as one video rather than uploading them individually into OBS, because that might be a little too much. But yeah, anyways, this is the sketch we have for Twirly. I have done Twirly fan art on stream before, I think a year or two ago for her model debut. And so I was like, you know what, I think I can do much better now. So I pulled together this sketch and I was like, wow, I'm actually kind of impressed with how this turned out. I've been trying really hard to practice like more dynamic poses and stuff. Nothing like too crazy fancy, but I feel like it'll be good practice. Yeah, so we're just gonna dive right into all the line art and stuff and go from there. Yeah, I started stream a little earlier than usual because Kai actually ended up going to a one of our local card shops for, I think they're doing an event thing today. And so I was like, okay, if you're leaving right away, then I'll stream right away, and then I don't have to worry about overlapping with like dinner and stuff. So we can eat dinner later. We haven't decided what's for dinner yet, but both of us were a little bit snacky throughout the day, so we're not like, at least I'm not super duper hungry yet. Can't speak for Kai, but we'll see. My birthday cake is my mom's world famous triple strawberry cake. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Kai's a sucker for, and I like it too, Kai's a sucker for strawberry shortcake stuff, so honestly, well, cake too. That one of our wedding cake layers was actually like a strawberry shortcake, but he really likes the strawberry shortcake ice cream bars, so he got me kind of into that. I guess during the pandemic was probably when he introduced me to that, and I was like, ooh, these are good. Yeah, I had a friend who her favorite cake, I don't know if it was her favorite cake, I assume it was, but she really liked red velvet, and she also really liked baking. So whenever people's birthdays rolled around, she always made them like red velvet cupcakes. That was like her thing. Which only like after high school did I wonder, like, does she do it because the person likes red velvet, or does she do it because she likes red velvet? Because I would also get red velvet cupcakes and I really like them, but I was like, I wonder if she just kind of does whatever she feels like eating. It was a good time though. Cupcakes are cupcakes, I'm not complaining, it's still food. Strawberry cake, strawberry frosting, and dried strawberry on the edge. Ooh, that's a lot of strawberry. I feel like that, I don't know, I guess that would be pretty good. I was worried at first for like it being too much strawberry, but I feel like strawberry is one that like, it's not, like it's fine if everything's strawberry. I don't think it's that heavy, I guess. Is that the word? That sounds really yummy. Does she make it from scratch? Oh, you know what was happening on TikTok recently was like, there was like all this drama around cake pops. I won't get into it. It was kind of a lot, and there were like layers and layers to it, but it made me want to try making cake pops, even though I'm like notoriously bad in the kitchen. But maybe I'll give it a try, who knows? We'll keep you updated if I do. Or if it goes like super duper bad, then maybe we'll just pretend this never happened. Yeah, this is slightly different from her usual hairstyle, but I thought it would be cute to try something different, especially because it's summer, so I feel like everyone's doing like summer outfits and stuff, so I was like, I'll do like a summer variation of Twirly. This is her first year doing art fight, I think, too. She posted her link, and then I think she was working on some other like summer art stuff. What do you call it? Like on her streams and stuff. But yeah. The cake was part boxed and container frosting. Ooh, that's still nice. That's still really good. Even with the box stuff, I feel like I managed to mess things up. It's the best part of summertime. Yeah, all the strawberries. Kai and I started trying to grow strawberries, and then we forgot to water it once, and it's it could be doing better. Let's say that there's a lot of dried parts of our strawberry plant at the moment, but I think it can make a comeback. I don't think it's unsalvageable. It already has gotten a little more green since then, but it has seen better days as well. That actually reminds me, I don't know if we've watered it recently. I should probably check that later. Anyone following the World Cup? Oh my gosh, I have not cared about soccer like ever until this year for whatever reason. I guess because the World Cup is in the US, so like it's a little easier to be forced to care. But I'm like, wow, this is actually kind of interesting. And then, but yeah, I had like a work lunch thing with like my boss and our coworkers and stuff, because one of our coworkers is leaving the company, and we were talking about the World Cup, and then my boss of all people was like, oh, have you seen all the Erling Haaland memes? And then we were like out at this restaurant for lunch, and then the waiter starts singing the Haaland song and marching around, and like it was like doing the Haaland like neck out and everything, and like it was so funny. And he was telling us all about all the videos he had seen, and it's just kind of like a nicer restaurant too. So he was like in a collared shirt, like a button-up shirt with the apron, and he was like talking about all the Haaland memes. And then one of my coworkers was like, oh, have you seen that VTuber who has been like, every team that she roots for loses their World Cup game? And I was like, oh my god, I was not expecting to talk VTubers with my coworkers, but here we are. And like, he was the one who brought it up too. It was crazy. I was like, I feel like I've entered a simulation. Like this doesn't feel real. It was nice though, because we're so virtual in like work style, I guess, we don't get many chances to like chill and hang out and chat like that. So it was really nice to talk to them about stuff like that. And then we had a bunch of people over this weekend, partially as like a housewarming thing, but also to watch the World Cup. And we have a taco place that has like a huge like cheap tacos, basically. I don't know if I like that. But yeah, basically super cheap tacos for the duration of the World Cup. So we've been eating lots of tacos, and we have been getting word that a lot of the people who attended the housewarming have been using the bathroom frequently. Let's say that. I think worth it though. It was fun to hang out and everything, and the tacos were really good. The only thing that kind of sucked though was we ordered it ahead. Like we ordered a whole bunch of tacos ahead because we knew we had a whole bunch of people coming over, and it still was like, I think like an hour late. Like we scheduled pickup for 11:30, and then it wasn't ready till 12:30. And like luckily it was a pretty casual gathering, because otherwise I think I would have been a lot more, like I was still kind of upset because my sister-in-law had to be the one to like wait there for an hour for the tacos. They gave her a free horchata, but I will say an hour is kind of long for something that was pre-ordered. Sammy poisoned the food. No, I swear it wasn't me. See, I didn't cook it. If I cooked it, then there would be a possibility that I accidentally poisoned the food. But I swear it wasn't me. Maybe I'll keep it like this, and then when I render it, then we can get all the little details of the bun. Yeah, everyone's been like pretty toilet bound, but then we've been checking in like, oh, is it explosive diarrhea? It's not the explosive diarrhea parasite, right? And it doesn't seem like it is. It seems like pretty normal taco poops. So I think we're good. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Are you watching the World Cup? Any teams you're rooting for? Now that Norway's, I mean, Holland seemed like such a fun guy to cheer on. So the fact that he's out now, that Norway's out now, I don't know who to root for. I feel like so far I just kind of wait for the match to start, and then I just kind of go based on vibes, and then that's how I decide who to root for. Like, what was it, the Mexico match? I guess in that sense, the ones that I keep rooting for keep getting knocked out too. But the Mexico match, I was like, I think it would be cool to see Mexico do well. You know, there are neighbors here in the U.S. too, so like it kind of makes sense. But it did not work out. England took them out. Hatsune Miku's also English now too. I'm rooting for Sammy team. I don't sport. Which game is the next game? I'm curious. I'm gonna pull up the World Cup schedule because I know the finals are on Sunday, I think. But that's when my cousin's graduation party is. And so we're like, dang, are we really gonna miss the World Cup finals? Granted, I think the place where the party's supposed to be is supposed to like, I think it's supposed to be like half a sports bar. Like there's like half of the room is a sports bar or whatever, something like that. So hopefully we should be able to watch it there. But also, it's a graduation party, so I feel like I should be present, you know. Let's see, semifinals tomorrow is France versus Spain, and then Wednesday is England versus Argentina. So those are our options. Who are we rooting for? France, Spain, England, or Argentina? Should I put a poll? Prediction? Poll? Poll. Can you not do it for like the whole stream? Like it's just for a little bit? How about prediction? But the predictions don't really count if... I don't even know how to do this. Oh wait, that's not... Manage prediction? It's okay. Not important. Not important enough to put a poll out. Yeah, I've learned so much about soccer, about professional soccer, in the last couple weeks. I know what a red card is now. And a yellow card, I think. And I know what offsides means. And that might be about it. I know who Erling Haaland is, and I know who Harry Kane is. I'm practically a full-fledged soccer fan now. I should draw this bow first. There's so much stuff that happens like behind it. I think I've been getting a little better at rendering skin too, but I feel like I want to pull up some references for like tummy rendering, because I feel like some people shade in tummies so well, but I don't know if I could do it very well. What'd you do this weekend? Let's see, we had people over on Saturday and watched the World Cup. Oh, it was like a housewarming party, and this time it was like with our friends instead of our family. And for some reason, there was kind of like sort of an inside joke where everyone decided to bring watermelons. So we had a lot of watermelons. One person cut them up, and we had it was, would you say, marinated in alcohol, in varying amounts of alcohol. Some of the ratios were better than other for that, I will say. And then we got a honeydew and several watermelons, several small to medium sized watermelons. Yeah. And then we watched the World Cup, and I think there was a UFC fight happening during the Argentina game too. So it was like ADHD central. We had one screen showing the World Cup and one screen showing the UFC fight. And there was a lot of cheering and a lot of confusion. Hello, how are you? Hello, Bacon. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Yeah, we're just doing some more art fight stuff. It's that time of year, so I'm trying to get as many attacks as I can, because since last stream, I got a lot of attacks, a lot more attacks than I was expecting, because I added Bubble Cat and my Axadoodle guy as characters on my art fight. At the recommendation of, I think it was Cats at Play who recommended that I upload them as characters. And next thing I know, I have like 25 new attacks, which is great, except now my battle ratio is really, really awful. So I'm like, man, I need to start cranking out some attacks. Like, I went from a pretty high ratio because I did like 10 attacks in 2024 and only got 5. And then all of a sudden I got hit with all these like mass attacks and like, because like Bubble Cat's also really simple, so it's really easy to attack. But oh my gosh, I am overwhelmed. I don't know if I'll be able to get my battle ratio up a whole lot, but we'll try our best for sure. These are on the wrong layer. Yeah, but how are you? How was your weekend and everything? I'm okay. I'm sad that I can't post my art on Blue Sky anymore because of a new rule. Because of that, I'm gonna start posting my art on Instagram. Ooh, well, send me your Artstagram. I'll check it out. I'll pull it open on the side and I'll check it out later. You need to enter your socials. Oh, really? I haven't used Blue Sky in a while. I made an account, but I haven't used it in a while. You need to enter your social security number, and I don't want to risk that. I'm just bummed because I have to start over and start from scratch because of having a lot of posted followers. Oh, I see. Are you is it Europe that just implemented the new like social media rules? Is that why? Or is that different? I didn't know that. Or is that like a Blue Sky specific thing? But yeah, if you would like to share your Instagram, feel free to drop it in chat. Lee, hello! Break time? Okay, I'll accept that because I need to get some water anyways. But how are you? Hope you're doing well. We're art fighting. We're gonna attack Twirly next. That'll be our next full attack. Yeah. Here's all the other stuff I've done so far too. I know I showed it at the beginning, but this is a finished attack. This is a revenge attack. This one's also a revenge attack. And this one was the one we were working on stream from Maggie. This one is a revenge attack that I haven't finished yet, but yeah, some of the revenge ones I've been just leaving with the sketch brush because it helps me go faster, but I think the ones that I plan to do separately, like on my own, I'll keep with like my smooth line art brush. Oh, nice. There's your Instagram link. Okay, I'll open it in a new tab so I don't lose it, and I will check it out in a little bit. But yeah, let's take a quick break so I can grab some water. Yeah, don't normally start right after work when I stream. This is a very rare occasion for me that I did this. So I didn't really get a chance to like actually prepare for stream. I kind of just turned on my computer and went for it, which I know most people do, but I feel like I would get really nervous just doing that because I feel like I'm gonna forget something. Take your time on your break for sure. Let's see. Let's do a quick like 10-minute break. I think that'll be a good amount of time. I know stream technically has not been going for that long, but I think because I didn't really take a break after I got off of work, I'm okay with it this time. So let's set countdown 15 minutes. Oh wait, I said 10 minutes. Yeah, let's do 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Break time. All right, I'll be right back. Stretch your legs and get water if you haven't already. I'll probably check out your Instagram during this break. Oh, perfect. Ads are coming in. So there we go. I'll see you in a little bit. There's still technically time on the timer, but I think I'm ready to dive right back into this. Cats at Play, hello, how are you? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for recommending that I upload the bubble cat and Axadoodle to my art fight, because oh my goodness, I did not expect the number of attacks I got. Oh, I was so overwhelmed. I shared some of them here, but I didn't even put the most recent ones because like I was still getting more like as of this morning, I think. But yeah, thank you also for your attack. I know that was, I think that might have been the one that was just on the screen a second ago. But yeah, I decided to make a slideshow with a bunch of the fan art that I have, both from Art Fight and just from like previous times. And previous years of Art Fight. So yeah, but I hope you're doing well. Yeah, break timer's still going. I'll just chill here for a little bit, but yeah, it's been overwhelming seeing all the attacks and stuff. It's crazy. It feels unreal. And it's so fun. I got one that was an animation. I don't know how to, like, if I add it to the folder that the slideshow is pulling from, if it'll show the animation or if it'll just show it as a still image. So I'll have to test that out, but that would be really cool if I can get that to work. Yeah, so just art fighting some more. I did some revenge attacks. I think I'm gonna do revenge attacks off stream and do like my own attacks on stream. I think that'll be a good way to proceed. I think that's a plan. Yeah. But hope art fight and life is going well for you. I hope you had a good weekend and the rest of last week too, because I think last stream I did was Wednesday. Yeah, and we had some people in town, so I didn't really have an opportunity to stream over the weekend, but that's okay because it kept me very productive. We like cleaned up around the house and stuff, and yeah, life was going good. We've got Miss Twirly here. She's got Twinny and Dino on her reference sheet too, which I think she has at least Twinny as an OC on her art fight too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, let me pull up my art fight on the side too, just in case I need more references. I guess I could totally just share the attacks on my browser too, but I don't remember how to share that screen, so we'll just leave it as is. Yeah. Okay, we've got about 15 seconds left. We'll just count it down and then we'll officially get back to business. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Do you hear the timer? Ding ding! It sounds so cute. I love it. Okay, anyways, let me turn that off. And yeah, we'll get back to it. What layer was I on? I think yeah, just her arms and stuff. Just drew her boobs. Yeah, I think I got a lot of younger art fight attacks too, like younger artists, which I also really like because, like, I don't know, something about seeing younger artists getting really into it and being brave enough to, like, you know, put their work out there and participate in art fight is so wholesome. Like, I love it. It's the kind of thing where, like, if I had access to the internet as a kid, I think I would have loved to do something like art fight, but I'm also kind of glad I didn't. I think the internet's a little bit scary when you're young. Like, I'm scared of the idea of having kids and then having to be careful about like find that balance of internet safety versus like not falling behind your peers, because, like, you know, the culture today is everyone is on the internet and has exposure to social media and YouTube and stuff like that. And I don't want my kids to feel like they're missing out by not being allowed to be on the internet and stuff, but I also don't want to like give too much freedom and, like, I don't know, have bad things happen. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think one thing I'm worried about is I'm pretty confident that if and when I have kids, I don't want to put them on the internet. Like, if they want to put themselves on the internet one day, I want to leave that to them. But also, I have very active Facebook parents who love posting everything on Facebook. So I think it would be really hard to explain to them that, like, yeah, I don't want to post my child on the internet. I don't want to have their birthday and stuff up there, because that's one of the things that, like, I think is so interesting is everyone's very open about, like, here's my date of birth, here's like the date of birth of my child and where they were born and what time they were born. And I'm like, a lot of websites and stuff, or like even like doctors, they use your birth date as like their security check for like younger patients. They're like, oh, what's your birthday? If you know your birthday, then they're like, cool, we'll take care of you. But then I'm like, everyone knows everybody's birthdays nowadays because of the internet. So I don't know, that makes me nervous. My mom had parental controls on my phone for the longest time and only recently took them off. Yeah, I don't think I had, I didn't even have a smartphone till, what, sophomore year of high school maybe? Which I think for the time wasn't like as weird because iPhones and stuff were still on the newer side. But it was the kind of thing where I was kind of on the cusp of when teachers kind of just assumed that students had iPhones and like, or like smartphones. And so I remember being in class and like, oh, use your phones and like look up this stuff or whatever and like do some research on your phones. And I was like, well, my phone does not connect to the internet, because even though I finally had a phone, it was, you know, what phones used to be, which was just for calling, really just for calling people. Like, not even, I didn't even have texting capabilities on my phone until mid-high school. Not to be like back in the day, but like, yeah, I remember like I was like, I don't have a phone that can access the internet. So it's like, oh, if you don't have a phone that can access the internet, then share with your partner. And it was like so embarrassing, and I had to like share my partner's phone. And they're like, okay, here, I'll show you this and that. I think she still has some on, but she's taken off the part where she has to give perms to download apps. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, with the changing culture of like media and stuff, I'm like, ooh, that's scary. Like my husband's cousin's kid, she's very, very young, like still in daycare young. But it'll be interesting to see how they handle like the technology stuff, right? A tooth one? Maybe I should make this a little bigger. And then we'll erase from here, maybe? Maybe we could go like, I hear fishing. Nice. Oh, nice fish. Speaking of throwbacks, my sister-in-law went to the like Hilary Duff, like Lizzie McGuire concert thing that was last night. I had a lot of friends who went to that actually. A lot of old classmates. One of them, there was someone from high school who got married on Saturday, and I knew her wedding was coming up because she had reached out to me asking like what makeup artist I used and stuff like that. So I knew it was coming, and so I follow her and like a bunch of her friends. And so I was really excited to see all their wedding stuff. And then one of the friends had like all the wedding stories on her Instagram, and then immediately after that was Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a busy weekend for her. these beads are a little too big. Yeah, those are too big for sure. Yeah, what if I just go like this, and then we'll add the beads on top after. I'm gonna turn this down so I can see better. It's hard to move the layers on here sometimes. Little raisins. Oh, nice. Okay, I hope that works. I implemented that last weekend, or not last weekend, this last weekend, I should say, the song request thing, so I hope it worked, and if not, we will figure it out. We will troubleshoot live. Yeah, I was having trouble testing it, was part of it. It wasn't letting me use the test function. Yeah, I added sound alerts too. I'm glad that worked. I think the bonk one would be good with an animation. Like, I think I should add like a bonk animation. Do I have a bonk emote? I might. I have one that I kind of have as a YCH. The first one I ever did was for Kai. Yeah, Kai has a bonk emote, and I think I did like a bunny version of the bonk emote, but I don't know if there's a Sammy Do version of the bonk emote. Thanks for the bonk. Okay, I think moment of truth. We'll see if the Songify queued up the song. Maybe? Well, I'm not sure if it did. Let me see. If I open this link. Oh, I don't think it worked. Oh, it says here. What if I add it to queue? There we go. I just did it manually. Okay, maybe that's how I'll do it. Is with the song request. If it doesn't work, I'll just do it on my end. I'll figure that out one day. Okay, there's the bracelet, kind of, sort of. I think that's fine, yeah. And then there's a little like bow thing that's at the bottom, or not the bottom, like here on the side. I like this one. Okay, got that. Low-key, I might just fill this in with the white too, because everything else is here anyways, so may as well. Okay, there's the bracelet. It's much more relaxing to do just the line art, like, after the sketch is pretty flushed out. Less room for overthinking. I'm trying to draw dreads for attack and I'm low-key struggling. What program do you work? Or wait, you draw on your phone, right? Is that what you had said? I can't remember if that was you who said that. Because some programs you could probably find like custom braid brushes. I know I made one once, but I don't think I ever uploaded it to any of my like storefronts or anything. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like one way to do, well, yeah, it's hard because there's you have to do a lot with threads, like it's very it's a lot of details. You have to do each one basically. It's hard to find a good shortcut with it without like a custom brush. I'm just drawing squiggly lines. Honestly, that works. Sometimes if you just get like the vibe of it. Yeah, I think the overall shape is usually the part that affects it the most anyways. So like one piece of advice I've seen is to look at the silhouette of your drawing and see if it translates well. Kind of similar to when I did the attack for Maggie. There were some parts that technically were chains, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna use my like bead brush, and we'll just make it a string of beads instead, and it translates very similarly. All right, cool. We've got to that part. And then with this, we pretty much have the upper body finished. I am debating leaving the belly button just as part of like the rendering. I might do that instead of lining it. Okay, let's get the shorts in. It's going nice and fast, I like it. I think this Prosecco event was happening while I was on my honeymoon on the global server, which is what I play on. So I was just, you know, casually auto-playing Prosecco on my honeymoon. I don't usually care too much about tiering though, so that made it like, it was very much like a whatever thing. Like if I have time, I have time, and if not, then whatever. Another one. Let's see if this one went through. Yeah, the Songify queue is not showing it. Here, I'll queue it myself. Add to queue. Thank you for the song request. I should put a little like sound alert thing so that I can see when it comes in, because I think most likely this is how it's gonna have to happen, is I'll have to manually add it to the queue. Maybe I'll do 2 separate layers for each leg. Some toes here. Not really used to drawing bare feet, but I've been trying to practice. Thanks for sitting tight through the ads. Maybe, or maybe that's okay. Maybe we'll leave it. This is the ring. Honestly, I'll just attach that to the hand. I think that's fine. I'm trying to clean some of this up. Okay, let's work our way back up. We've got these straps underneath. And we've also got the necklace and the face to worry about. let's use that little bead brush for this. Alright, we back from ads. Welcome back, welcome back. Squish these pretty close together. Let's put this way up here, actually. Okay. I posted a video of me doing this on like TikTok and Instagram. Didn't like super duper take off, but people liked it. Literally no caption or anything, just me going around and doing all this. I made a wheel to help me choose what OC to do next, and the list keeps growing. I have like 20 OCs bookmarked on my wheel of victims. That's a fun way to do it. How many have you gotten to so far? Yeah, I think there was a streamer I was watching who kind of does the same thing, where they have a wheel to decide who to attack next. I feel like I worry about doing that and then landing on someone and then like not really getting hit with that like inspiration. And it's never because of the character itself. It's normally just like it depends on what I'm in the mood to draw. So like I have like a bunch of bookmarks and stuff, but sometimes I'm looking at them and I'm like, it's the inspiration just isn't hitting, like the motivation, that little oomph, that little push that really drives you to draw. Sometimes it just doesn't hit, and I think that's okay. But yeah, I get worried that I'm gonna like use a randomizer and then think like, maybe I don't really feel like drawing this particular character right now, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings either. So then I'm like, I shouldn't have done this at all. Okay, that's not too bad. I almost feel like the beads might be a little too big, but we'll roll with it. I feel like it fits the summer vibe if it's like a bigger piece of jewelry a little bit. I finished my 10th attack yesterday. I'm currently on my 11th. Dang, that's pretty good for what, being only halfway into the month? That's how many I got to like in total in 2024, and I thought I was doing pretty good with that. But I'm also typically a pretty slow artist. Yeah. Alright, let's get some eyes. I'm gonna put this at the very top. And turn these off for a second. I've also been trying to do bottom lashes a little more. They've been growing on me. I've been doing a lot of like out of my comfort zone stuff recently. Like the subjects are the same, but my methods are slightly out of my comfort zone. And the end product doesn't even look that different probably, but I feel like the process feels so different. And I'm not usually very good with like a lot of changes at once, so I'm trying my best. I'm okay in speed, it just depends on the character and the pose I'm doing and maybe how different I want to make the clothes. Yeah, it's always like a bunch of different factors that kind of play into how efficient I am, I guess you could say. Time is it? Let me check my phone really quick. Okay. I heard Pal World had a big update recently. A lot of my friends are getting back into it. Kai actually was asking if I wanted to play, but I was like, oh, it's okay. I feel like I'm pretty busy with Art Fight and then also trying to finish that commission I have. What else? I feel like there was something else. Maybe it was just Art Fight I was thinking of. Hey yo, hello, is that Diethy01? Welcome in, how are you? I'm just chilling here, art fighting, welcome in. Yeah, we're just here for a cozy time, so I hope your day is going well. Hope you also had a nice weekend. We were chit-chatting about all the weekend happenings earlier. We had Blanket celebrated his birthday. I had a bunch of people over and we watched the World Cup. It's been good, yeah. I got so many art fight attacks over the weekend and I was like overwhelmed. I was like, I don't even know what to do with all this. I'm sprawled out in front of the fan dying. Oh no. Yeah, the summer heat's like really setting in. Like I work on the fourth floor of our townhouse and the heat like really gathers up here, so I think the other day I came upstairs, it was literally 8 a.m. and it was already 80 degrees up here, and I was like, damn, I should have turned on the AC overnight. 91% humidity here too. Oh geez, the humidity, that's what really gets you. Not to sound like a typical like dad, I guess, but like the humidity really makes a difference. We were on our honeymoon and my husband, we were in Singapore for like a day and my husband was absolutely dying. It was his first time being somewhere with such high humidity, and needless to say, he was not having a, I mean, we got through it and he overall had a very good time, but I think we went on like literally a 15-minute walk somewhere and he told me he was losing bodily function. I definitely called it when I said you would get a lot of attacks if you had. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was like, you were the one who said like, oh, trust, you'll get a lot. And I was like, oh, I'll probably get like 1 or 2 maybe. And then bam, 25 attacks in the last like less than a week. It's insane. I'm like genuinely so surprised. When I woke up the next morning after uploading those characters and I already had like 5 attacks, that already was crazy to me, because I like that already doubled my total amount of attacks that I had ever received ever. Oh, give me 1 second, I'm getting a call. All right. Kai finished up his event thing, so he's coming back and he's gonna get McDonald's on the way. So I'm probably at some point gonna take a dinner break to eat some McDonald's. I saw on my Snapchat memories that it's been a year since they brought back the snack wraps here in the US, and I was like, oh, life changing. I love snack wraps. Let's see, World Cup was peak. Yeah, I'm not huge on soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. I'll call it European football. I've never been a huge like watcher of the sport, but in the last few weeks, I've learned a lot about professional soccer, and I feel it's been really fun to watch. Like we had a bunch of people over, and we were all like just getting weirdly passionate about Norway, solely because of the Holland memes. And it was so funny because my boss asked if we had seen all the Holland memes online, and I was not expecting him, of all people, to bring that up. Yeah, I definitely called it. Oh wait, yeah, I already read that. Sorry, I got a little thrown off with the phone call. A lot of attacks. We went to the States like a year ago, and 40 degrees felt like 20 humidity. It made such a difference. Yeah, like if you're used to humidity, I feel like dry heat feels very suffocating. Well, I guess both ways. If you're used to humidity and you go to dry heat, or if you're used to dry heat and you go into somewhere with like high humidity, it feels like you can't breathe. Like I think going to dry heat when you're used to humidity feels like you're suffocating, and going to humidity when you're used to dry heat feels like heavy, like it feels like you're drowning a little bit in the air. Low-key, I've never really been interested in any kind of sports. Yeah, I got really into, because I'm in the Bay Area, and my family, my dad's always been really into basketball, but when the Warriors were doing really well, um, like it felt like our whole community just got super into basketball, even if people weren't before. So that was really fun. They haven't been as good recently, so I've kind of very casually followed, but not really. And then I have cousins. I'm not super close to these cousins, but I have cousins in New York, and they're huge Knicks fans. So this year's NBA championships were very, very exciting for them. Like I said, I don't know them very well, but I still follow them on Instagram, and I was just seeing my cousin post so much about the Knicks, like constantly posting pictures of his outfit, which normally included a Knicks jersey. And it did remind me of when the Warriors won in 2015, and we had all the parade and stuff, and like I don't know, it was that sense of community, and it was cool to see, even though it wasn't like for our hometown this time around. Granted, two of my siblings technically live in New York now, so it was kind of like secondhand, like excitement. My sister actually works at a store that was like just past the end of the Knicks parade route, and so she was saying like, oh yeah, we're super busy that day. I'm like, dang, I do not envy you. Okay, one thing I do need to remember, which I think I'll just put some placeholders here for now, is that she has freckles, which I never noticed before actually. I didn't realize Torley had freckles. So I'm gonna just put a few little dots here. We can touch it up and grab the right colors later, but I just want to put some kind of placeholder so that I see that it's there and I don't forget about it later, because knowing me, I will. I don't have a BRB screen, but I'm wondering if I should make one for this time around, because I will probably take a slightly longer break to eat din din. We'll make one later. Actually, just out of curiosity, what's on my game screen? Oh, I had my Pocopia stuff on here. Okay, let me turn... Where is all this? Turn all this off. No. What am I? Here we go. Okay, we're gonna make a BRB screen. Oh, I know. I'm gonna really quickly. I'm gonna grab Where is my slideshow? Fan art. Okay, copy. Paste. We're gonna make it huge. And I have a text box here somewhere. Misc. Or actually, why don't I just... Okay, whenever we take our break, I'll put this here. Boom, and we'll make it very large. Yeah, this works. Very scuffed. I feel like I'm missing some stuff on this. Got my little chat widget. Yeah, I should just make a more permanent BRB screen, but here we are. What else can we put here? We'll decorate it with the GIFs that I already have here. There's my Drifloon. I know Drifloon's here somewhere. Maybe not. I don't know what I moved, but promo widget. Maybe this is okay. This will be our BRB screen. It's really scuffed, but this will be for later. For now, let's just keep working on this. That was a fun little distraction, I suppose. Honestly, this would be a good time to take a break, though, I will say. Oops. Well, let's just start coloring, and whenever Kai gets back with food, then that's when I'll take my break. I should have colored the eyelashes. I'll do that next. I'm still trying to figure out that workflow because I don't normally do the outline on the eyelashes, but recently I've been drawing it that way and I actually kind of like it. So I think that might just be integrated into my new regular workflow, art style, however you wanna phrase it. Oh, that was right. You just finished your 11th attack yesterday. Ooh, nice. Just finished. Yeah, nice. Congratulations. Dang, you're powering through. I've only done like, what, 4 for this year so far? I meant today? Oh, yeah. I had a feeling. That's why I got confused, because I was like, oh, I thought you said you were working on your 11th. But yeah, 11th attack today. Dang, nice. Good job. Don't get too burnt out either. Although I say that, but I feel like I've been in a very big drawing mood because of art fight, so I think you're probably chilling. Or no, I colored it like this. Oh, I need to fix that. I think that was the line from the earlier position of the bow. underside of the shoulder, and then I'll color the eyelashes, and then I'm gonna probably check where Kai is and then maybe take the dinner break. TBH, the worst part I think is trying to find a pose reference. Yeah, I agree. It's a finding references, I feel like is the hard part. Like, I feel like I spend half my time looking for references, and then like the other half is the actual drawing. I'm trying to figure out why the song requests don't always show up. Settings, maybe? I don't know, I'm very new to this widget. Song request. Oh, do I have to enable this? I think it should already be enabled. Song request. Allowed. Okay. Okay. All right, let me know if... Here, I'll queue this up manually. Add to queue. Let me try testing it with another song. Copy, how do I copy the link? Copy link to song. Song request. Okay, let me see if that works. Oh, okay. So hopefully, I think I figured out why it wasn't working. But I think your song should be next anyways. Very cool. Okay, nice. Okay, got that figured out. See, I figured I would figure it out while I was streaming because I just wasn't able to test it off stream for some reason. Here, I'll skip this one so we can go to the requested song. Okay, we'll clip this. Okay, let's get the eyelashes colored. We'll use this color for now, just to see how it looks. It's very vibrant. Here, we'll do this color. We'll adjust later. Probably make it less like red, more like orangey, but we'll start with this. Yeah, we'll do something like that for now. Oh, we've got ads coming in soon, I think. Let me double check where Kai is. Okay, I think he might be home. Okay, in that case, let's as ads start rolling in, we can switch to our game screen. I mean, BRB screen. Ha ha ha. Should I put the fishing here too? Yeah, I'll put fishing here. Wherever it is. Fishing. Copy. Classic CME putting her BRB screen together actively right now. Is it already here or something? How come I can't paste it? Let's see. Copy and then paste. Okay, never mind. I guess we're not. Oh, it's right here. Where is? Oh, it's all the way over here. Okay, we'll put this here. I'm gonna hide myself. I don't need to be here. We'll just put fishing right here. All right, and then we will take a dinner break. I'll set it for 45 minutes, so it'll be a longer break. So feel free to get dinner too. I'll leave the music going. Song requests will be up, and we know it's working now. Set countdown 45 minutes. Dinner break. Okay, be right back. Ding ding ding. It's like she has a sixth sense. My kitty cat woke up 20 seconds before the break ended and sat right in front of my microphone and is now poking at my keyboard. Hi kitty cat, good morning. You know, she was sleeping here the whole beginning of the stream up until now. And she was like, oh, break's almost over, let me make my presence known. Okay, let's see if I can get my iPad back up and running. I disconnected it for the break. It seems to be having trouble connecting again. Let me see if I can get this working. That would really suck if I couldn't get this back up. Let me restart this here. What if I turn it off and turn it back on? That is always the answer, I think. Okay, turn this on. I share this again. Oh, my hopes are. Oh, okay. We got it. I think we're back. We back? 1 second. There we go. Back in business. All right. Dinner has been eaten. Cat has been awoken. We'll get her dinner at 8, so in like a little less than an hour. Turn the volume back. That's probably a good volume. Yeah, alright, let's get back to it. I did tweak this a little bit while we were on the break, but I figured just minor stuff, nothing crazy. Okay. Maybe I'll just color pick it. I try not to color pick directly and like just kind of eyeball it because I feel like that's more fun, but it's okay. Gotta fix that eyebrow too. I don't know if Cassie's realized that Kai came back home. She was sleeping when he came home, and so she's kind of just glued to my desk right now. I'm still trying to find a pose for my next attack. I assume we're browsing Pinterest. Pinterest, I feel like, is where everyone goes for poses. The other thing that I find helpful is there's an app called, I think it's called Easy Poser. I've been using that to kind of try to play with dynamic poses because then you can kind of customize it a little bit. Like you insert like a model. I guess it's only really useful if you're doing like a humanoid character also though. Which can't assume because there's a lot of non-human characters on Artfight, including 2 of my own. So yeah. Is yours a person or is it more of a animal or mascot of sorts? Well, monsters too. Pinterest doesn't want to give me good suggestions. Dang, I see. At the very worst, you can always like, I know it feels silly, but sometimes if I really can't find a reference for something, like whether it's like a hand position or whatever, I'll just set up a camera or like set up my phone and I'll just take a picture of myself kind of relatively in the pose that I'm looking for. Yeah, sometimes you gotta get creative with that too, but it can help sometimes. If it's like super actiony or like unrealistic though, that's tough. Like if you're like shooting lasers out of your hands, but like even then you can kind of just pretend. But some things I know you can't quite replicate. My phone's camera doesn't work. Oh no. Okay, that I guess that's out of the question then. What kind of pose are you looking for? just out of curiosity. The thing I feel like I have the most trouble with finding references for is like very specific hand poses. But I guess in that sense, when it comes to that, I'll usually just use my own hand and just kind of look insane for a little bit, and I'm like looking at my own hand in different angles and poses. Looking for a more elegant kind of pose. I see kind of like princessy maybe. Well, I hope you find something, or if not, I hope you're able to work something out. Let's see, maybe I'll get a little bit of a gradient on this because she's got like the purple ends. Okay. I don't know, should I make this lighter? It looks like a very... I should just make it super light and then we'll shade it with purple. Something like that. Sure. I'd rather walk to town, or walk to the town over from where we live, which is a 4-hour walk, all because my mom asked if you could cook on a smaller burner. Dang, 4-hour walk? 4-hour one way or 4-hour like round trip? I guess either way is 4 hours of walking, so that's kind of crazy. I hope he got what he needed. I assume that means no car? 4-hour one way. Oh geez, wait, that's an entire day of walking then. That's like a whole 8-hour shift right there. Did he just spend the whole day walking then? 4 hours is a lot. I feel like at that point, like, no public transit either. I know public transit's kind of not super reliable in some places, but I think if it's more than like an hour, I feel like at that point I'm taking the bus or catching a ride like an Uber or something. Like 4 hours is a long walk for what it is, I feel like. Sorry, I was moving the fish accidentally. He went for a burner, or did he go for like ingredients? Because then whatever you buy, you also have to bring it back. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like I grew up somewhere where I would say things were pretty walkable. So I was pretty used to walking places, but yeah, 4 hours is no joke. Maybe I'll put all the ribbon and the like bra part together, since they're both the same color. For a second I was like, did I draw shoes? But then I remembered I did bare feet for this one. Oh, I missed a spot on the orange too. This little orange bit before I forget. Okay, and back to the white. There's our 5-minute warning for the next ad break. Oh, I missed a whole sleeve too, what the heck? I guess it's kind of disjointed, so I'm not surprised I missed that actually, but it's okay. We will go back and color it in a moment. Here, we're going to put the sleeve back. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Alrighty. Making progress. I'll do this bow too. That's also supposed to be a white bow. Dang, did I really do that all in one thing? Here we go. Alright. Cool. Let's see. Are her nails painted? Probably. I think they're pink. Yep. Alright. We'll come back up to the face because most likely I'll color the face and then render the face and then we can start going from there. Oh, bless you, kitty cat. That sounded gross. What was that? Hi, silly. Cassie yawned and then made a kind of gross noise. What was I doing? Oh, nails. I guess we'll start with toenails right here. I think I need more practice with feet still. I'm getting better at the general shape, but I feel like putting toenails on for some reason looks weird when I do it. Start with that, and then all the other ones can just, you know what, let's just put it all on one layer actually. That'll make life easier later. Jewelry, and then we can do the faces. One face. We can do the one face, and then we'll be good. Oh, hi, kitty cat. You getting up now? We'll see when Cassie starts bugging me for dinner. She's been bugging me a little bit before 8 recently, which normally we give her food at 8, but she's been a bit antsy for her food recently, even in the morning. We do 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. But I don't know, it feels like her internal clock's been a little bit shifted. Put that earring too, in which case maybe I'll just put all the jewelry on one layer up here. And it seems like she leans towards gold jewelry. Probably an okay color. That's white, but we'll start with the gold part. Oh, I guess those are mostly on the line art layers, but I guess we can go in there to color those. Alright, I think we're in the middle of ads too. Similarly, this can stay as white. Alright, that's all the jewelry. I do also technically have eyebrows, and then the eyes, and then after that we can start rendering everything. So maybe once we get the flat colors down, then we'll take a break so I can get Cassie her food. Oh yeah, I forgot to fix this. And then we can come back and we can render. We're making a lot better progress today than I think we have in a lot of the past.
Hello there.
Hello, what's
up?
up?
Are you going to get my kitty cat her food?
I was planning on it. I was just talking about that. Unless you want to.
No, I'm playing Power.
Okay, well have fun playing Power World.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Farewell. I'm married to that. What a guy. Sorry, ladies, he's taken. He's been really into doing that voice lately. He'll be playing Commander and it'll be like, what is it? Untap, upkeep, dwa. Should I just get rid of the collarbone like lines? Maybe. And then I'll just shade it. I'll leave it for now. Let's get some colors down for the eyes and then we can probably take a break at that time to get Cassie her food, and then we can keep going. I'd say her eyes are pretty orange. I can't tell if they're supposed to be like more orange versus brown, but I'm gonna go with orange because brown is basically just dark orange, so close enough. What's this? Let's see. Sometimes it's hard to really tell if it looks weird till you add the reflections in the eyes. Yeah, that's a good start. Okay. Just go ahead and render this before we get her food. I mean, Cass is pretty chill right now. She is calm and she fell right back asleep, so I don't think she's super in need of her dinner quite yet. I'm gonna make this a little lighter though. Kai's downstairs playing Power World. I never played Power World, but I feel like I watched a lot of people get like super into it. And then I heard like nothing about it until recently because they had that like update or something. I did see an interesting tweet where someone was like, "Oh, Power World has done something that Pokemon has not." And it was something about like the number of concurrent Steam players on like Sunday or something. And someone was like, well, that might be because Pokemon games are not on Steam. Just maybe. I thought that was funny though. I was pretty amused. Cute. Should I put more like reflections, like or like more shinies? Okay, maybe on this side. Sure, I kind of like that. I could get behind that. Okay, let's group all of these. I always have so many layers for the eyes. And then how does this look? Okay, kind of like that. We're getting somewhere. Let's see what time is it? Kind of like subtle little freckles. love this song. I like both Emu and Rui's covers for this one. I feel like I really like. At first I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like both. Like usually there's one cover or like alt vocal that I really like, and then the others are like whatever. But this is one where I think I like both. Someone pointed out that Prosecca hasn't had a like duet with no virtual singers in a very, very long time. I was like, dang, yeah. I used to really like those. Or I still really like those, I should say, but missed that. Some lips too. Hi kitty cat, good morning. Is it time to get your food? What time is it? It is 7:50. Oh, your sense of time is pretty good. It is almost dinner time. Okay, let me clean this up and then we can get your dinner. Sound good? Sound like a plan? She like smacking her lips in front of the mic. I don't know if it's picking it up. I hope it's not, but let's see. A little bit of a reflection, or like make it a little bit shiny, and then we can, oh, hi kitty cat. Okay. Message received. Oh my gosh, no. Hey, this is mine. Okay, let's go get your food. Let me get this timer up before Cassie puts her booty butt on my cup. Wherever it is. Timer. Okay. Let's do a quick countdown. Let's do 10 minutes. Oh, not 101 minutes. 10 minutes. Feeding the cat. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna feed Cassie and then we'll get right back to it. Ding ding, I'm back. Alright, let's turn this off and keep going. This looks so funny when the head is rendered and nothing else is. Let's go through and just do all the skin stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'm gonna group all this though. This is too dark. Brings us back to the question, do we want the lines at the collarbones? Maybe we'll be okay without them. We'll give it a try. Yeah, maybe we can skip those lines. Man, I had this song on loop pretty early on when I was playing Prosecco. It's very actiony. Now to attempt the tummy. Kind of looks like a belly button. Too deep of a belly button? I don't know. Like, it looks like a belly button. I don't know. But that's a belly button. I don't know how we feeling about this. I think some highlights would help. That's my thoughts on it. Not too terrible. I definitely think this will need highlights afterwards, but it's coming along. The tummy's actually, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but it's growing on me. I don't really feel this song, honestly. I'm gonna skip it. Maybe I should have left this how it was before. Let's just restart this. Sure, I can live with that. I like that one. Let's get this other leg shaded. Oh, that went a lot smoother than I thought. The one that I drew a while ago for Arisa, yeah, that was the first time in a while that I was like kind of pillow shading things, and it was, oh. Hello? Hello? I think everything just broke. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello? What happened happened last time when I was ending stream, and now everything's kind of broken. Oh, thank you. I think my OBS just crashed, but thank you for the hydrate. Okay, if I close it really fast and open it again, maybe my stream won't die. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello? Hello?